Okay, buen día, bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Welcome to our Spanish class. This is Spanish 1120, Spanish 2, and this is just a brief introduction to get you started so you can get going with a successful course this semester. If you got this far, you're in the right place, obviously. To get started, please go to the modules section and watch and go through each of the getting started portions of the class, culminating with a little introduction discussion for us to get to know each other in class. But I'm going to go over a couple other important things as well. So as part of your progress through the intro discussion and intro module, you're going to visit the syllabus, and this is important to see, especially because one of the hardest things most difficult things to get going with is the text. And in this section here on textbooks and materials are the instructions. These are occasionally updated, so depending on which semester you're watching this video, but every semester we update the materials here and description so that you can understand what needs to be done. Basically, you start, I can't show you here because it would take me as an instructor, but you're going to come down and find the Follett My Materials, as the instructions say here, and you'll click through to there. What you're going to do there is get a code from the bookstore, and then you will go to the publisher's website. It's called Great River Learning, and in there you will redeem that code and have access to the textbook. Okay, so there's a couple of steps, so be patient with the process. There's information in here in the section of textbooks and material. If you have issues, there are places and people you can contact for help with getting access to the textbook. Remember that your instructor is not necessarily the best person, because as instructors we can't see what you see, but if you help us and let us know, then we can kind of guide you to the right people. Okay, so that's the biggest thing, getting access to your text. Okay, one of the next important parts is back to the home page. Just remember to check out the course schedule. Going to jump back to the modules again. You'll notice that in a couple of the first two things in each module, beginning with module 1, first thing is we've prepared a video guide for you, a video guide to activities, so that you know what to expect for each module, and it shows you how to adapt the activities in the textbook for the online class. Okay, so follow those instructions as well. The other thing to note is that at the beginning of each module, there's this file called Mi Camino por el Módulo. With this, it shows up with the due date as the first date of when we start the module. Please note that there is nothing due on that date. There's actually a note in here. This is not an assignment to be turned in. This is just a checklist for you. Okay, so you can, what we recommend is you come here and you see all of the things that we have to do for any given module. You figure out how many items there are, how many days we have for the module, and then you can kind of divide up how many activities you do per day, because that's my recommendation, is un poco todos los días, a little bit every day, instead of waiting until the final deadline and due date. Okay, so keep in mind most things are done in the textbook. There are a few things that are done in Canvas, and each video for each module will let you know where you need to go for that. Okay, so that's the best thing I can recommend at this time. Just make sure that if you have any questions, reach out to your instructor and make sure you understand what's going on, and we'll try and do our best to help share with announcements and guidance along the way. Okay? All right. Well, muchas gracias y adiós.